Coming up on this episode today, I'm going to be talking about longevity for an entrepreneur, because it's very important to understand when you are entering the field of entrepreneurship and you creating a business for yourself and what have you, you definitely have to come up with a plan, strategy, a blueprint to be able to maintain your business for the long haul, right? It's all about creating things that's going to help you maintain being an entrepreneur for the longevity. And that's coming up with different strategies, like I said, a blueprint that's going to help you out along the way, and also doing things that's going to allow you to be able to continue to scale as an entrepreneur. But it's very important to understand them things, and this is what we're going to be talking about in this episode today. So everybody tap in with me on episode number 23. Yep. Grand rising to all my investors and self out there, man. Thank y'all for tapping in with me on another Invest Brand Podshow on this Monday. This is officially episode number 23. Today's topic I'm gonna be talking about is longevity as an entrepreneur. But before I get into the topic, you know what it is, man. If you are watching this playback of the show on our Invest Brand YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button as you see in the back. Make sure you hit it. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when a new episode drop. And make sure you hit that like button, man, because we want to stay in the algorithm. And make sure you get all our great content. Make sure y'all getting it. And also, if you're listening to this playback of the show on Spotify, make sure you hit the follow button so you can be notified when a new episode drop on Spotify. And also, if you haven't already made your way over to investbrand.com and join our journey, go ahead and join right now, guys, because the journey was created for y'all. So y'all can follow Invest Brand through this journey of entrepreneurship. It's very, very important, guys, man, because this brand was created for you, because we understand you are your own brand, and we want everybody to be able to brand their greatness, because it's very important that you never leave your greatness untapped. But other than that, guys, I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I definitely will be right back with the segment that we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what the quote means. So I'll be right back, man. So tap back in with me. Yep. Welcome back, guys, man. Thank y'all for tapping back in with me on this Invest Brand Pod Show. Like I said, it's officially episode number 23, and we're going to be talking about is longevity for an entrepreneur. But before I get into the topic today, it's time for that segment called Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what I mean by the quote. So for all my entrepreneurs out there, all my people that's investing in themselves, people that's out here pursuing goals, or people in general just want some ideas, some tips, some motivation, and what have you, here go the quote for today, guys. Today quote is: being good is for those who settle, but being great is for those who master their greatness. Let me read that one more time, just in case you didn't hear what I said or understood what the quote was. Being good is for those who settle, but being great is for those who master their greatness. And what the quote basically means is, if you just want to be good at something, and being good at something, just basically learning the basics of something. It's not going beyond the basics. You're not trying to go in depth in mastering whatever you're trying to become good at and what have you, right? So when you just want to become good at something, you just settling right there. You're not trying to go beyond that and what have you. But for those who want to be great, they're going to master whatever they want to be great in. They're going to go beyond just being good. They're going to go beyond the surface of anything. They're going to go beyond just the basic of learning something. they're going to go in depth with it. They're going to go to the next level with it because they are trying to master it. They're trying to become great at whatever they are going after and what have you. So it's very important in life, man, just not to stop at becoming good at something. Become great at it. Master whatever field you're going in, especially in field of entrepreneurship. You want to be able to master it, right? You want to be able to know the ins and outs of whatever it is, not just learning the basic of it where you are just learning how to become good at something, right? Challenge yourself to become great at it. Master whatever you're trying to tap into and what have you. So it's very important. So that's basically what the quote means. Just don't settle at being good at something. Become great at it. Master it. And when you master something, that's when you tapping into your greatness. So once again, man, the quote is, just one more time, the quote is, being good is for those who settle, but being great is for those who master their greatness. But that is the quote for today, the segment. Quote me on that. So it's time, man, for us to jump into the topic for today. Like I said, guys, the topic for today we're going to be talking about is longevity as an entrepreneur, guys, because it's very important, man. If you want to become an entrepreneur, it's very important that you learn how to have longevity in the game, right? It's all about preparation, preparing yourself, making sure you stay in that good health, making sure you are positioning yourself in a way where you're going to be able to be an entrepreneur for the longevity, right? Some of us don't understand how serious the field of entrepreneurship is, right? Like I said many times, a lot of people think it's just a lifestyle because of what they see from others on social media, but they don't understand entrepreneurship is a commitment. So if you're not committed to becoming an entrepreneur, then the field of entrepreneurship is going to be for you. You're not going to have longevity in the field of entrepreneurship at all, right? Because at the end of the day, we've seen so many people come and go because they wasn't serious about their craft. They wasn't serious about creating a business. They wasn't serious about being an entrepreneur. They just wanted the glamour, the all the good and positive things that come with becoming an entrepreneur, right? Because when you become an entrepreneur and you become successful as an entrepreneur and you've been in the game within the field of entrepreneurship for some years now, and you starting to see some residuals off the hard work and commitment that you put in, right? See, a lot of people want that early, right? A lot of people don't stick around long enough to be able to see it because they thought all they had to do is create a business as an entrepreneur and everybody's going to gravitate to their business, right? Where they're going to start making money. They're going to start living the life that they may see of other entrepreneurs that's on social media, what have you. But it's not always like that, right? You don't know until you get into the field of entrepreneurship. So it's very important that you prepare yourself. Preparation is the key for entrepreneurship, for an entrepreneur, right? Make sure you come up with a strategy plan, come up with a blueprint, come up with concepts, come up with ideas, come up with things that's going to help you along the way as an entrepreneur, right? And longevity as an entrepreneur, right? I got 5 things that may help you that may help you as an entrepreneur be able to maintain longevity. Because it's very important. Whatever you do in life, man, you want to be able to have longevity in the game, right? That's just like a player that's in basketball, right? 15 to 20 years is longevity for a basketball player, right? Between 15 and 20 years, especially 20 years is very longevity. That's like 2 decades of basketball. So you got to prepare. See, only way you're going to achieve that longevity is, like I said before, you got to prepare yourself for it, right? Because if you don't prepare yourself for it, you're not going to make it as an entrepreneur. That's just plain and simple. You're not going to make it. But this is statistic. I'm going to read something off of Inc.com when they talking about the percentage of entrepreneurs that make it and fail within years and what have you. So here go a small little paragraph of what they said. More people than ever before are starting small businesses, but the statistics don't favor their longevity. Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics show that only 25% of new companies make it to 15 years or more, while approximately 20% of new businesses fail during the first 2 years of opening, right? And that's the thing about it, man. You don't want to be part of that 20% of new businesses that fail within 2 years, because there's a lot of people don't put in the work. A lot of people think it's a cookie cutter type of thing. When you become an entrepreneur, all you got to do is create something and put it out there, and people are going to gravitate towards your business, and they don't understand how serious it is, right? So they fall within that 20%. And a lot of times people, if they don't see progress, or they don't see the results right away, because you got to understand, man, we are in the world now of a microwave, where everybody want microwave results without putting in the work, right? So when people don't see the results within 6 months to a year, they already quitting, you know what I'm saying, as an entrepreneur, because they figure out, okay, this is too hard. I didn't know I was going to have to put in this much work for my business to be able to thrive and what have you, right? So it's very important. But if you want to be part of that 25% of new companies that make it to 15 years or more, like I said, 15 years plus is longevity, guys. So if you want to be part of that 25%, from day one, as you preparing to start your field within the field of entrepreneurship, as an entrepreneur, you must plan for longevity. You must build your business for longevity. You must come up with ideas. You must come up with concepts, right? You must come up with a blueprint that you can use throughout entrepreneurship, right? You can always add things to that blueprint, right? Right? So if you want to be part of that 25%, it starts from day one as an entrepreneur, because if you don't start it and prepare for longevity as an entrepreneur from day one, you're going to fall within that 20% that's going to fail within 2 years, right? So it's very important. So I got 5 ways to longevity as an entrepreneur, right? And it's sure you can add more things to the list, right? Is that you come across and what have you. But this is a 5 things that my own opinion, feel like this can be ways to longevity for you as an entrepreneur, starting out as an entrepreneur and what have you, right? Number 1 on my list is define your destination. And what I mean by define your destination is what is your end goal of creating this business, right? Where do you want to take this business at? Where do you see this business of yours within 10 years, right? What are you trying to do far as this business? How are you trying to scale it? Where are you trying to take it to, right? Are you trying to build a brand to be able to build multiple other brands off this main brand that you have, right? Or are you trying to create several brands? Or are you trying to take this brand to a level where now you are trying to now collaborate with other brands out there, right? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to come up with new innovating ideas, new products for this brand? Or are you trying to scale this brand for the long haul, right? So you got to define your destination. What is your end goal? See, a lot of times entrepreneurs, they get into this and build a business, but they don't know their end goal of it. What is your destination? Where are you trying to take this brand at, right? See, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of us have great ideas, right? But we don't have a destination to take that great idea at all. Let me say that one more time. A lot of us entrepreneurs have great ideas, but we don't have a destination to take that idea whatsoever, right? Because we haven't sat down and properly planned out this business, right? We have the idea, but we don't know where we want to take this idea that we have. We don't know how to nurture this idea to the point where we have an end goal for it and we know what we want to do with it, right? And that's all comes to longevity. See, when you have an end goal to something in life, you're going to know where to take it to. And when you get to the end goal, you're going to know what other direction you want to go from there and what have you, right? See, you always got to define your destination. What do you want to do? Like I said, you want to take this brand to the point, get it to where you start collaborating with other brands, or you want to take your brand and collaborate it with a major brand like a Nike, Adidas, what's New Balances, whatever brand is out there, or other clothing brand, right? You want to collaborate with another brand and create a masterpiece and whatever you want to do, right? Come up with new products, come up with a new, build another brand, right? That's along the lines of what other brand that you already have. But you got to define your destination of where you want to take this brand to, because like I said, a lot of us have great ideas, but we don't have a destination to take the idea to and what have you. So it's very important as an entrepreneur that you define your destination. That's number one. And number two is very important, guys. Number two is very important. You have to be teachable, right? A lot of times we let our egos get in the way, or we are stubborn. We don't want to listen, and we only hindering ourselves to be able to grow, right? As an entrepreneur, right? We are hindering ourselves, not only hindering ourselves, we are hindering our brand from being able to grow, right? And that's very important, to be able to be teachable, right? You got some entrepreneurs out here that's been an entrepreneur for a while now, but they still go to seminars to figure out what's the new wave, what's the new trend, what's the new thing that's out, right? That's just like a person who has a power wash business, right? And they have a successful power wash business, but they go to seminars, right, on a yearly basis, because they got to learn what new equipment is out there, what's a new technique that's out there that someone discovered. See, you got to be able to be teachable in order for your brand to grow, right? You want to know what's the new thing, because it's all important for you to stay ahead of the curve rather than be behind, right? You don't want to be behind. So it's very important that you become teachable so you can understand, right? Because it's sometimes when you're starting off as an entrepreneur, you might need to pay for a mentor, someone who's thorough, who will take you through along the way, so you won't hit the same bumps in the road that they hit, right? They can show you how to avoid the bumps in the road. They can show you how to market. They can show you how to do content. They can show you different ways how to sell. It's different things that they can coach you into nurturing your brand to where it needs to be at, right? So it's very important that you be coachable. See, a lot of times, like I said, you have a lot of entrepreneurs out here who feel like they already know, feel like they don't need anybody's help and what have you, and they end up falling, right? They end up wasting a lot of time, a lot of money, because they didn't know how to build their brand. They didn't know how to nurture their brand in the right way where they could scale it to start getting sales, to start getting recognition, to start getting people to buy into their brand, right? Or starting getting people to join their community and what have you, right? So this is very important, and it's nothing wrong. Like I said, you have entrepreneurs out here that still have mentors. You have entrepreneurs out here that still pay for courses to get the next best thing that's out there, new technique, like I said, or just new information at that, right? It's nothing wrong with that, because you trying to stay sharp. You want to, as an entrepreneur, it's all about you growing. it's all about having longevity, right? Because especially if you have kids, you want to be able to build something so you can pass down to them. So by you being teachable, that's going to help you in a long way, because now you can gain knowledge that you may need, especially you as a new entrepreneur, right? Because a lot of times, like I said, entrepreneurs, we get in the game, but we don't understand how to do a lot of things that would help us by getting a mentor, getting inside a course, and being able to be able to be taught by somebody who's already been in it, who already went through the beginning stages and what have you, and now they are successful at being an entrepreneur and what have you. So it's very important that you be teachable. That's very important. So that's number 2 on the list, right? And number 3 is innovating ideas, right? It's very important as an entrepreneur to have ideas that are very innovating, right? Meaning having ideas that people benefit off of, ideas that's going to bring value to people's lives, right? See, people want to know, how are they going to benefit from the idea that you have created, right? What is this going to add value to their life? Is this going to be something that's going to be a game changer, that people feel like this is going to be something that they can win with, right? Innovating ideas that capture people's minds, right? Innovating ideas that's going to make your brand stand out to the point where when people think about, just for example, I'm going to use the NVest brand. When people think about motivation, your ideas far as motivating people are so innovating. When people think about they need motivation, your NVest brand is the first thing that comes to people's mind. See, that's the type of ideas that you want to have, right? When you having something that's so innovating ideas and what have you that people love, and it adds value to people's life and people benefit off of it, that's going to be something when somebody think of this certain type of thing within a business and what have you, they think of your business first, right? So it's very important to come up with innovating ideas along the way, because it's going to help you in the long run. Because when you create ideas that's going to continue to win, continue to gain people and what have you, and people coming and buying, it's going to help you maintain longevity within the field of entrepreneurship, right? Because your brand will never die, because people are constantly buying from you. Like I said, I'm use Jordan for everything example, because like I said many times before, Jordan is an anomaly, right? So that's something that's definitely longevity, because each and every colorway that they bring out, people are waiting months ahead just to buy it, right? They don't really run no ads for it. See, Jordan can come up with a new shoe right now and say, today, this new colorway is coming out in July. You will have people waiting for that shoe, bookmarking it, people on waiting lists. People are making sure they put it in on the calendar and what have you, right? Because they are waiting for it to come out. That's how intriguing that you should have. That's the type of innovating ideas that you should have, man. Because when it comes to something like that, you have ideas that people are waiting for. People are getting on waiting lists for it to come out. People are bookmarking it. You know you have something that is special. So it's very important that you come up with some innovating ideas that's going to help you maintain longevity within the game, within the field of entrepreneurship. Is very important. So that's number 3, innovating ideas. So number 1 is define your destination. 2, be teachable. 3, innovating ideas. 4 is scaling your business, right? And that's very important. Scaling your business is something that if you learn how to scale your business, you come up with a a winning recipe, a blueprint of scaling your business, you're gonna definitely have longevity in the field of entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur, and what have you. It's gonna be easy for you because scaling your business is one of the things that's one of the most hardest things for entrepreneurs to do is learning how to scale their business because you have a lot of brands. People have ideas of brands that are very good, but they don't know how to scale it at all, right? They have a great idea, but they don't know how to scale that idea to the next level at all. So when you learn how to scale your business as an entrepreneur, you have a winning blueprint, right? That's something that you can carry on from year to year, right? Or whenever you feel it's time for you to scale your business, you will be able to do it because once you do it one time and you learn how to do it, it's going to be easy for you to do it the second time because now you have a blueprint. You have something of a reference point to go back to know where to start at, what you did to scale it. So when it's time for you to build another brand off the brand that you have that's successful, you can use that same blueprint to scale that brand, to bring that brand and nourish that brand to fruition, to get it to where you want to get it to, because now you have something physically right there in front of you that you can go by and use to help you scale your new brand, right? So once you learn how to do that, scale your business as an entrepreneur, you definitely will be able to have longevity in the game. So it's very important. Longevity is important, but not just the things I'm gonna tell you on this list. Some things that's important that's off the list, right? Is it deals with yourself, right? Is one, you definitely got to continue to seek knowledge, continue to read books, continue to gain information. Number two, definitely you want to make sure you physically fit, you physically in shape, you physically ready, right? Because it's very important, because if you want to be in this for the long haul, you got to make sure you mentally focused, mentally ready, mentally there, right? Mentally stable, right? As an entrepreneur, right? You want to make sure that you are in your best condition, your best shape, health wise or what have you, because that's very important as an entrepreneur. Because if you definitely want to have longevity, I don't care what you know as an entrepreneur, how to build a brand and what have you. If your health is not in order as an entrepreneur, you definitely won't have longevity. So that's one thing that I didn't add on the list, but that's just something far as an entrepreneur in a physical sense of you personally and what have you. You definitely want to make sure you physically fit, physically, mentally, right? It's very important. It's very important. You definitely want to do that. I don't want to get off track, guys, on my list and what have you, but I just had to throw that in there because it's very important. Health is very important, and that's a major thing of making sure you have longevity as an entrepreneur. Make sure you stay within good health and what have you, right? Mentally, physically, and what have you, right? So what I said, number 4 was scaling your business. Number 5, last one, number 5 is building a team. This is very important, guys. Building a team is very important. The faster you can scale your business, faster you can get your brand off the ground and going. It's the quickest way for you to now be able to build a team, because understand one thing, you cannot do everything yourself. Yeah, when you first starting off as an entrepreneur, it's easy for you to do everything yourself because you have no choice. Because you don't really have the capital to hire anybody. You don't have the capital to be able to pay anybody. You have to do everything yourself, right? But as your business start to grow and you starting to get more orders, more demand and what have you, now it's going to be time for you to build a team, because your team is going to be very important. That's one thing. If you definitely want to have longevity as an entrepreneur, you want to make sure you have a strong team, a winning team, a team of like-minded people, far as that's on your team, because your team is going to help you make it through the long run, because people within your team going to help you take care of things that you can delegate to them that may be time consuming, things that they help, especially like I said, your demand for your orders start to increase, and now you're gonna need extra hands to help you package your product, right? You're gonna need somebody to manage your emails, send back emails and respond to customers and what have you, right? So the things that you was able to maintain when you first start building your brand is going to be some of the things you're going to have to start delegating. You're going to have to build a team, especially coming up with ideas. Now it's going to be somewhere now you're going to have to maybe get 2 or 3 other people to help you come up with innovative ideas to keep your business, your brand going for the long haul, right? Because at the end of the day, you only one person. Yes, we get mentally fatigued, so you don't want to get to where you start to become mentally fatigued trying to come up with innovating ideas for your brand. Now it's important for you to build a team so you can have people that can help you with ideas and what have you, right? Because it's very important, right? Especially when you're a brand. As generations get younger and younger, you want to continue to tap into different target markets and what have you. You want to be able to have ideas that's going to be able to reach the people that you're trying to reach, right? So it's very important that you have people within your team who know how to come up with ideas to be able to reach this certain group. Have people on your team that know how to come up with ideas to reach other certain people of certain groups and what have you. So it's very important that you have a team. That's something that you want to build, is a team. Yes, it would, in a perfect sense, in a perfect world, it'd be great. So it'd be great that you would be able to have a team right away, starting out as an entrepreneur. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way because we all don't have the capital to be able to build a team right away, like some people may have, right? Some people may have the resources, have the money, the assets to be able to form a team right away to help them get going and what have you. So other than that, guys, man, thank y'all for tapping in with me. Like I said, man, those are 5 ways to longevity, in my opinion. Those are 5 things of my list that I came up with. Ways to longevity as an entrepreneur. Like I said, let me go back over the list one more time. Number 1, define your destination. Number 2, be teachable. 3, innovating ideas. 4, scaling your business. And 5, building a team. So those are 5 things that's very important. And don't forget your health. That's the number 1 thing. Forget everything else. Your number 1 thing is health. Make sure your health is intact before you get in the field of entrepreneurship. Because understand one thing, as an entrepreneur, this is not a lifestyle. This is a commitment. So you definitely got to be physically fit and ready, mentally, physically, because being an entrepreneur and building a business is going to take work. You got to be ready for it, right? So I want you guys, man, if you are starting out as an entrepreneur or you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, make sure you come up with a strategy, plan, blueprint on making sure that you're building your brand for the longevity, for the long haul and what have you. But other than that, man, thank you guys for tapping in to another Invest Brand Podshow. Like I said, man, this is officially episode number 23. So tune in for next week. Invest Brand Podshow, same time, same channel, same place, guys, man. Yep.